In today's video, we will be discussing a science fiction thriller, No One Will Save You, released in 2023. The story centers around Bryn, who resides alone in her childhood home and faces a sudden alien invasion. If you want to know more about this movie, stay tuned and watch our full recap. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. In a very secluded area, a girl named Bryn lives a solitary life far from the crowd. She's a dressmaker who goes out to deliver in the town. She practices smiling in the mirror before going out, indicating some distress. Downstairs, we see a model of the little village where she lives. While going out, she sees a weird circle mark in her yard. She tries to remove it with water, but it doesn't work. While driving, Bryn sees the guy she likes and waves at him. But the guy ignores her entirely with a cold expression on his face. After posting the deliveries, she visits her mother's grave. Bryn seems alone, and nobody around her cares much about her, because whenever she tries to greet someone, they completely ignore her. Bryn hides herself when she sees her best friend Maud's parents as if she did something wrong. Back home, Bryn was writing a letter to Maud when the mailman came to deliver a parcel. A model of a schoolhouse comes in for her little town. She then finishes writing the letter to Maud. She doesn't have a connection with Maud now because of some mistake Bryn made before, and she only has a childhood picture of them together. As the night falls, Bryn is sleeping in her room. Suddenly, all her lights turn on, and again, it goes off in no time. Bryn wakes up from sleep, hearing a thud sound from outside. Checking outside, she sees the garbage bucket has fallen. So Bryn goes to keep it in the right place, but when she tries to turn on the lights, they don't work. While using the stairs, she sees that the main door of her house is open, and a bizarre creature is walking around her living room. It is an alien. They see each other, and then Bryn hurriedly goes to her room to hide. When the alien comes to her room, she's hiding under the bed. The alien goes outside through the window, and Bryn immediately shuts it down. Then she hears the footsteps of that alien from the roof and goes downstairs to lock the main door. At that time, all the lights and electronic devices start running automatically, causing chaos in the house. She then tries to use the phone to call the police, but the phone also makes weird sounds. Besides, the refrigerator is also moving independently. Bryn again sees the alien coming downstairs and quickly hides herself, being extremely terrified. The alien is controlling everything in the house. When Bryn gets cornered by the alien and she sees it looking at her, she runs so fast to get out of the house. However, she gets hit by a door moved by the alien and is injured badly. As she crawls towards her model town, the alien destroys the model by flipping it down. Then, the alien brings Bryn close to it with its power, but in the meantime, she gets a broken piece from her model. So when Bryn stands right before the alien, she stabs the broken piece into the alien's head in the heat of the moment. This incident kills the alien. In the morning, she covers the dead creature with a blanket. Then she tries to call the police but notices that the phone is dead. Even the fridge or other devices in the house are not working. Being overwhelmed, Bryn goes to use her car, but it is not working either. As she sees her injured forehead in the car's mirror, she goes straight to shower. Then, Bryn dresses up and hides her wound with her hair. She starts cycling to the town after blocking the main door with the sofa. In the middle of the road, she sees the mailman's truck is entirely upside down. Even her crush's home is also in a devastating situation. Here, we see so many little circles all over the yard, which we first saw on Bryn's lawn. It points out that the aliens also attacked this house. Finally, when she reaches the town, everyone stares at her awkwardly. When she goes into the police station, Maud's parents are standing before her. Suddenly, Mrs. Collins spits on her face and leaves at once. While experiencing this embarrassing situation, she leaves that place and starts having panic attacks. Bryn knows that she'll get no help from the people of this town. As she's comforting herself from the panic attack, she sees a bus standing in front of her. She plans to leave the city instantly through the bus. While the bus is running, we can see that the whole area is marked with little circles, indicating that soon there will be an alien attack. In the bus, the mailman attacks Bryn from behind, where she notices some growling from him and something moving inside his throat. One by one, all the people on the bus come toward her, whom the aliens control. Seeing this peculiar situation, the bus driver stops the bus. Bryn gets out of it, and to save herself, she starts running with all her might. After running for a while, she finds a private property where a church is inside. She goes there to go inside the church, but it seems to be locked. Then she sees a cemetery where she sees the grave of Maud, who died only as a 12-year-old. After seeing Maud's parents' reaction towards Bryn, it looks like Bryn has to do something with Maud's death. While crying in front of her grave, Bryn sees a big dark cloud covering the sky. Hunching about the upcoming disaster, Bryn starts running toward her house. She stops in front of the boys' house, where other people and her crush are pointing toward the sky, and everyone has parasites on their throats. The aliens have taken control over their bodies and minds. When they all look straight at Bryn, she starts running again and finally reaches her home. In her home, she smells something nasty, because something went outside from the mouth of the alien. But as she guesses that something worse is going to happen, she starts preparing for the upcoming battle. She first takes a lighter and lights many candles along with the fireplace. Then, she starts boiling water in pots. After that, she finds a cutter for her safety. She then shuts down all the windows and doors of the house and blocks the main door, nailing a blanket on the wall. But the UFO has already reached here, signaling with lights coming from outside that Bryn doesn't notice. The nails start falling on their own, which makes Bryn aware of the unfortunate situation. Suddenly, a blue light comes from the open door and she hides, but she sees that they are taking the dead body of the alien through the blue light. They use blue light to take something from the ground to a UFO. Bryn then goes to the basement to hide, and another alien comes to her main door and eventually comes to the basement. When Bryn takes a pair of scissors for her safety, the alien also takes it from her with its power. A picture frame was also in her hand, and the alien also took it and started observing the photo of Bryn and Maud. Taking this chance, she immediately comes upstairs, but another small alien attacks her and tries to put a parasite in her mouth. But it fails as she bites on its arm and throws hot boiling water onto its body. But it doesn't affect the alien. At that time, the blue light again comes from outside to catch her, so Bryn locks her in the bathroom to save herself from the alien and the light. This alien with long hands smashes the bathroom door in no time, and when she tries to flee from the window, it grabs her feet and doesn't let her go. Then she stabs it with the cleaning stick and makes it senseless by banging its head on the cabinet door. Finally, Bryn comes out through the window, but another alien is waiting for her outside. This alien has long hands and legs like a spider, but the mailman comes for her from behind and takes her towards the UFO by grabbing her hair. Even though they want to take Bryn to the UFO, she throws the mailman in the blue light while fighting with him. As they couldn't take her, it left, leaving the mailman, and the spider-like alien started coming after Bryn to catch her. She wanted to go to her house, but the alien stood at the top. So she goes to her car and traps that alien in the car in a very tricky way. Then she lights the vehicle with her lighter, which bursts in no time, making the alien dead. Suddenly, the UFO's blue light again appears in search of Bryn, but she hurriedly goes to her room. Remember another alien in the house was still in the basement? It appears in front of her bedroom. It is different from other aliens as it looks at the pictures hanging in her bedroom rather than attacking Bryn. But she's hiding in the room and tries to attack the alien from behind. But it defended by throwing Bryn out of her bedroom while breaking the wall. At that time, a red light comes and freezes Bryn. The alien comes to her and takes out a parasite from its mouth, and it goes to her mouth, making her scream and wake from the nightmare. She seems so happy, as if everything was just a bad dream, and comes downstairs where her best friend Maud also comes. At this time, Bryn tells Maud, "I'm sorry, Maud." It is the only dialogue of the main lead in this entire film. Even though everything looks so dreamy, at that time, Bryn takes the parasite out from her mouth by grabbing it with her hand, which confirms that everything was a delusion made by the parasite. The UFO then comes again and makes another Bryn using the parasite from Bryn's mouth through an orange light. While running in the forest, the brand new Bryn appears before the original Bryn and stabs her with a knife, But Bryn also cuts her throat using the cutter she had in her pocket. She then leaves, where the UFO finds her and takes her through the blue light. Then the aliens there start studying her brain. Bryn sees her mother in the house, but a police car and Mr. Collins are outside, indicating an accident has happened. Here, we get to see what happened to Maud. While arguing, Maud pushed Bryn and she fell to the ground. Angry, Bryn got a rock near her and hit Maud's head with it, making her dead on the spot. Bryn also sees her younger self writing letters to dead Maud. She stops her so that she can leave all this behind and go forward in her life. Seeing everything, the aliens plan to give her a chance and leave her behind on Earth. Then, we see Bryn start living her life fully, and everyone starts interacting with her. Even her crush starts to smile at her. At a party, she dances with him, and it looks like Bryn also made a friend with whom she dances and enjoys the time. The movie ends with a scene where several UFOs fly up into the sky while everyone is enjoying the party.